Good evening. You're listening to the Garden City Community Chat Show with your hosts Carrie, Tom, and Mike. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Well, hello, Garden City and all our surrounding neighbors. Let's give a shout out to Westland, Canton, Dearborn Heights, Dearborn, Livonia, Inkster, just to name a few. Welcome to episode number 717 of the Garden City Community Chat Show. It's Thursday, August 14th, 2025. We're so happy you could be with us tonight. We hope you're all safe and doing well. I am your host, Carrie. Also joining me tonight, we have former Garden City Councilman Mike Jones. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing excellent, Gary, but I'm getting better.
Good, good. Dapper Tom is off tonight, but he did send me a current updated weather recording, so we'll get to that soon. Quick show reminder, we will be off next week to attend the final Music in the Park concert with the band Smith Factor. They are going to be there, good band. We hope you'll come up and enjoy it with us, so mark your calendars, and we'll be back the following week, August 28th. Tonight, it's also a pleasure to have these two guys on the show, although I don't think I've ever had them both on at the same time. Don Nicholson from Don Nicholson Enterprises and Joe Bartley from J&J Taxes and More, and the Garden City Business Alliance will be here, and that's coming up right after the weather. And then we'll close out the show with Mike and some community announcements for you. So I also want to mention real quick, if you're watching us live on Facebook and YouTube, go ahead and post your questions and comments in the comment section. You can find us live right now at facebook.com/GCChat, and over on our YouTube channel, just search for the Garden City Community Chat Show. You can also email your questions to us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com, and we'll do our best to get those answered. Remember, we're here to promote not only our community, but yours as well. It may say Garden City Community Chat, but we represent all cities. And speaking of your community, if your community organization or business has any events, announcements, or cancellations that you'd like to get out to our listeners, what should they do, Mike?
Email us, Gary.
Right. Email the details to us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com or message us on Facebook. And Mike will be more than happy to pass that information along. Remember, you're always welcome to come on the show and promote your community, your business, or organization anytime. We also encourage any local business to check out and join the Garden City Business Alliance. See what great things they can do for you. For more information, head on over to their website at gardencitybusinessalliance.org. All right, we're going to get Tom in here now with the latest check of the weather, and then we're going to be chatting with Don Nicholson and Joe Bartley, and of course with all of you and any of your questions and comments that you might have. So stand by for Tom. Okay, let's do a check on weather with Doppler Tom. Let's see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend coming up. Tom, take it away.
Heat and humidity have been plaguing the area, but we are starting to see a little bit of a change today with temperatures dropping into the 80s. Overall, we're going to remain fairly clear throughout the evening with our temperatures dropping into the low to mid 60s, so not too shabby of an evening. Tomorrow will be a pretty nice day as well, with afternoon clouds probably building again today, with temperatures probably getting into the mid 80s again. And overall, that's pretty good to end the work week. And over the weekend, Saturday does look pretty good at this point. We are going to be seeing the majority of the day being fairly dry out there on Saturday. Overall, our temperatures again will be into the mid to upper 80s, so pretty warm day on tap again. But overall, our rain won't move in until probably overnight Saturday into Sunday. So if you have any plans on Sunday, there is going to be some on and off rain moving through the area. And overall, temperatures will probably remain a little bit on the cooler side with the clouds and rain moving through, with temperatures probably not getting out of the lower 80s. The good news is that we're going to dry out on Monday. We're going to be seeing temperatures probably going into the upper 70s to lower 80s, so getting into a little bit more cooler air behind this system that's moving through over the weekend. But another system will be moving in on Monday night into Tuesday with some more on and off rain moving through, but more seasonable temperatures as we start a new work week next week. with temperatures not being as hot as this week, and overall on Tuesday, probably in the upper 70s to lower 80s. That trend will continue throughout much of next week. We're going to be seeing by the time we get into midweek on Wednesday how the overall pattern remains fairly mild with temperatures in the low 80s. Continuing that on Thursday for Music in the Park, it will be a nice day. Temperatures in the low 80s and a lot of sunshine. And overall, to end next work week, we're going to be seeing our temperatures remaining very consistently in the lower 80s and drier conditions. So other than watching some rain as we go into Saturday night and into Sunday, and then as we go into Monday night and into Tuesday, overall, a lot of dry conditions and much more seasonable temperatures will be in the cards across the area. So enjoy that. Other than that, we are not really seeing too much weather across the country right now. Obviously, we're seeing our summer storms plaguing portions of the United States like it does this time of year. And we are starting to track some tropical activity as well with the new system in the Atlantic. But all indications are that this system will not affect the United States directly as we go into next week. So not too shabby, just continuing that summer feel across the United States. We felt it all week, but we're going to start to see more seasonable temperatures as we go into next week. So if you want to keep tuned to all my local weather information, just go to DopplerTomsWeather.com, and it will keep you updated as we continue to roll on the month of the dog days of summer in the month of August before we go into September soon enough.
All right. Thank you, Tom. Not too shabby of a weather report.
Yeah,
We could use a little bit of rain, that's for sure.
but not on Thursday.
No, not Thursday for sure. Next Thursday.
Yeah.
All right, let's introduce our guest for tonight. I call him the car cruise guru, Don Nicholson, and the tax man himself from Tax Talk, Joe Bartley. Let's get them in here. Hey, guys, how you doing?
Hey,
Good.
everybody. How's it going?
Good,
Doing
good.
Good.
Thanks for
That
being
should be
here.
fun. The cruise dude and the tax dude.
Yeah. There's probably going to be no shortage of conversation here.
Yeah, that's for sure.
No,
With me and Don, this could be a long one, Carrie.
an extremely long one.
That's all right.
And I want to say, tell Doppler Tom that the check's in the mail if his weather forecast comes true for next week.
Yeah, exactly. You'll like that. All right, I got some slides here. Let's start with Don. You got some events here coming up. You want to comment on these?
We got a little busy week coming up next week, and the very first one is the car show of August 18th over at Westland Village over on Cherry Hill, just west of Merriman.
Mm-hmm.
We're putting on just a small little show where we got room for about 50 cars, and we want to help out the Westland Village retirement home and bring them a little bit of excitement and put on a small show for them that night. So if you're in the neighborhood, stop on by. I know, Carrie, you're pretty close to the neighborhood that night, but I know you're going to be a little busy that. Well, no, not that night. Later on. But yeah, bring Cheryl over, and you guys can come on over and check out what we're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And
then
the Timothy.
Well, the other one I got up there is the kickoff one. But before I do that, I actually did. I made a big mistake because I double booked my Thursday. I wanted to be at the concert in the park, but I did a cruiser challenge. And I'm challenging all the cruisers to a round of golf at Garden City Mini Golf that night. And anybody that gets a hole in one, what's that?
That'll help them out for sure. Bill and Bob.
I hope so. So anybody that gets a hole in one, I get to pay them $100.
Nice.
Wow.
And if there's more than one hole in one,
if there's more than one hole in one, then it goes to the one with the hole in one and the lowest score.
Right.
I'm shooting for no holes in one that night, though.
Yeah. Sounds like fun, though.
But it is. It should be a lot of fun. And then our big kickoff is August 22nd, next a week from tomorrow. And we're going to be doing right over on Wayne Road, there's Timothy Lutheran Church at Joy Road. And we're going to be putting on a big car cruise over there. We've got room for between 400 and 500 cars.
Wow.
And that's going to be our big kickoff party for the Heinz Drive car cruise.
Now with Wayne Road closed, that's going to be difficult. What they got to go around then, right? Come up through.
Yeah, you got to come from the north side. So, if you're coming from Garden City, you just go to Ann Arbor Trail, head west, turn left at Wayne Road, and you're almost there.
Yep, you're right there. Yep. All right, that sounds good.
It's really, it's really only people that live in my neighborhood that have to drive a little further.
Yeah, right. And there's your Cruisin' Heinz T-shirts for this year.
Yeah, there's our shirts for this year. You can pre-order. I don't know if they're still taking pre-orders or not, but they should be almost done if they're not already done. Man Cave Clocks is who does all of our shirts. They do all the sales and everything, and they handle all of that.
Now, will they have any
good quality?
Will they have any at the event?
Pardon me?
Will they have any at the event?
Yes, we will.
Okay.
Yes.
And then the health and fitness.
We're going to have. I'm sorry.
And then the health and fitness you're sponsoring, right?
Yes, I am. That's next. There again, we're sponsoring health and fitness, which is part of the farmers market in Westland, and us and Edge Fitness Club is going to be there, and I won't even be at that event.
Oh my God!
So I triple booked myself.
You need to clone yourself.
Gail will probably go to the health and fitness one, and that's a better representation anyways.
Yeah, that'd be good for her. Yeah. And then the cruise itself.
Big.
This is the granddaddy. Now, it's funny. Everybody looks at that picture that we use this picture because I like it, and it gives a good overview of the one area. But that picture was taken in, let me see, 2015.
Really?
So 10 years ago, and it's grown every year since then.
And it still holds up.
Yeah. It still holds up. Had our meeting today with the county. Everything's a go. We've got some great, weather forecast is looking good. They've had a lot of stuff fixed up in the park here in the last few months. So, shout out to Vanguard Auto Sales and Motor City Solutions, our two biggest sponsors right now. They've jumped on board this year with us and helped us out a lot.
Now, let me ask you this. With the Dream Cruise coming up, all the media attention they get, as big as your event is, why do you not have the media attention?
The very simple answer to that is cubic dollars.
Really?
They spend a fortune in advertising, and that's why they get a lot of coverage. And quite honestly, we had a radio station out our first few years, and we've had a little bit of TV coverage, not anything near what Woodward gets. But quite honestly, I'm not sure if I want them because we're so packed in there now that it would, the only way to do it would be to extend the cruise further down to the west. And that would cost me to go to Newburgh if it was open. And right now it's closed.
Right.
It would cost me probably in the neighborhood of 30 to 40,000 additional to run that area.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I was watching.
We would need a.
Go ahead.
We would need a lot more staff, and and so that would be an issue there. The insurance would go up, and we'd need more sheriffs.
Yeah. I was
and
going to ask.
There's really not. There's really not a lot of place to park in that area between Ann Arbor Trail and Newburgh.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about security. Oakland County is going crazy with security. They're going to have drones and horses and motorcycles. How's the security at your event?
We got the sheriffs out there, and they're in motorcycle and on cars. we don't have the issues that Woodward has.
Yeah.
And I think some of that is because we don't have the media,
Mhm.
and we don't, the average person who's not a classic car person or isn't from around here or knows me, most people don't know about the Heinz Drive Car Cruise.
Now,
The people, go ahead.
now let me ask you, how did the spectators get in there? The easiest way, and then the people that
Well,
are actually in the event.
For spectator parking, we've got two places.
Okay.
One is through the Merriman Road entrance, and
Mhm.
we've got a lot of parking there, but that place fills up very fast. The other one is Ann Arbor Trail. I believe they call it Woodbine, which is right next to Telegraph Road.
Okay.
And you can enter in there, and there's a ton of parking there. It's funny, not a lot of people know about that spot. But you can
Wow.
actually pull in and park, and you're going to park within a very, very short walking distance to the road. Set a table or chairs and tent up there, and you can sit and enjoy the day.
Awesome. Now, how long does this run? What's the times?
Officially, it opens at 9 a.m., but we've always opened early, and it goes till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Around 4 o'clock, we open the gates and let everybody in.
And I also noticed that you're looking for volunteers and help.
Yep, we are. A lot of our volunteers have aged out, if you will,
Yeah.
and some of them, have a life as well. So this is a good thing. We love working with nonprofits, and for the nonprofits, we give a nice donation back to the nonprofit for supplying us with manpower.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, it's quite an undertaking. You need a lot of help, that's for sure.
We need we need really about 65 to 100 people that day.
Wow.
We
Wow.
don't get that many, but we and our workers, we just had our meeting last night to go over scheduling and whatnot, and we know that we still need more people. And I fed them all last night. We had manja pizza, and
Okay.
then after the cruise, about 2 weeks after the cruise, we take all of our staff, all of our volunteers out for dinner.
Nice.
And we like to hear what worked, what didn't work, and if they what we could make sure we fix so that they want to come back and work next year.
That's awesome. That's great. Well, I know it's going to be a huge event. It always is, and you do a great job. That's for sure.
Thank you. Well, it's my wife that does all the good work. And speaking of my wife, she's the one that does most of the 90% of the graphic design in this magazine in the Garden City and the West End marketplaces. She does.
Right. Yeah, you guys do a great
I
job.
do the covers.
Yeah, you do a nice job.
Yep. So
Very good.
thank you. And I have to. Unfortunately, we had an error in this month's Garden City. We have the wrong month on the cover.
Yeah, I see that.
So
Hey, it happens.
So yep. But so now it's we really, Gail takes quite a bit of pride in going through and proofreading and going through this thing to make sure that we have everything correct.
Yeah,
And we've had very, very, very few mistakes in the last couple of years.
yeah, and I know she always sends an email out to let people know when the next issue is going to be. Make sure you get your information into her so she can get it in there. Give her plenty of time. I know Cheryl's always doing the garden.
We like the Garden Club. That's one of our favorites. So
Yeah.
and our and of course we also have our favorite photographer of the in the Garden City edition is Cheryl, and she's always getting some great shots of the concerts for us, and
You'll get you some more.
There we go.
Yeah.
But
Now let me ask you,
where
where can people find the marketplace? All over, really.
pretty much all over the place. Of course, both city halls, both libraries, community center in Garden City. the senior center in Westland, and then quite a few, different stores. There's the Big Boys sports venue. Trying to go through the route in my head right now, and because it's but quite a few different places. We lost Eddie's. CJ's Diner is another one that we have.
Oh, yeah,
so we're always looking. I could probably use 2 or 3 more in Garden City if we could find them.
Yeah. Now, do you still do the hospital too? Put them in there?
Yes. Yeah, Garden City Hospital. Yes, they're right in the main lobby.
Yeah, that's another good one. Yeah. Well, yeah, you do a great job, you and Gail, for sure. It's a beautiful magazine, all in living color. Awesome.
Yep.
And there's all your contact information. People want to get a hold of you. You also do printing. You do a lot. Coffee mugs, T-shirts.
Yep.
Tell us all you do.
We do coffee mugs. We do business cards. We do postcards. We do banners. We do vinyl graphics, vinyl wraps on vehicles. We did Joe's signs on his buildings. And,
Don's did a lot of work for me in the past, and he always does a really great job. Very, very competitively priced, and always been real happy. Yeah, my signs, business cards. I've did Christmas cards in the past.
Yeah, Christmas cards.
So a lot of different things. So
Awesome.
in the marketplace, you talk about the marketplace.
Yeah.
I've had numerous clients come in, new clients. I've had some actually cut out my advertisement in there during tax season and say, "Hey, I found you on here." So
Awesome.
that's a good good testimony.
That's a bonus.
But, and I like working with Joe, especially when we did his Christmas card, because he likes to have fun with it. And and that's what I'm all about, especially with Christmas. Gail and I send out almost 700 Christmas cards a year. And we always want them to be something that really represents us and has fun with the holiday and stuff like that. So it is, and we can do just a flat postcard style Christmas card. We can do multiple images. We can do the fold up Christmas card just like you would design yourself, and you've got a fold out card. So all of those kind of things, and we can do small quantities to large. I always enjoy getting your Christmas cards, that's for sure. Cheryl says it's her pleasure to take pictures for you. Well, that's and Cheryl always, she gets some good ones in there. So it's not just because we like Cheryl, we actually do it because we like her pictures too. But, I want to do a shout out to Alex, my buddy in there. He's in the room watching the show tonight too. So cool. All right, we're going to move on to Joe now. Let's get him in. Let's get him in here now. Oh, is Joe gets some time in this tonight too, eh?
That's okay.
So, Joe, you're from J&J Taxes and More. You also represent the Garden City Business Alliance. You are the treasurer, correct?
Correct.
So let's talk about Music in the Park. That's the big one. That's the last one coming up.
Yeah, that's coming up. Before we do that, the Twins are beating the Tigers 2-0. In the third inning. So
that's Scooble.
Yeah, Scooble's getting hit. They're hitting him pretty good right now, but
oh god.
Yes, so we've got Smith Factor, which is our band, and we're excited. If you haven't been to a Music in the Park, you got to come out. There's a vendor show. Yeah. The city estimated about 1,200 people.
Wow.
For Magic Bus, which was.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest one yet, I think.
Yeah, that was pretty much capacity.
Kiwanis sold as much popcorn as we could make, as fast as we could make it.
They have following for sure.
Yeah, cool. They do. They do. So we were happy about that. But if you haven't been, there's a vendor show. The vendors set up about 4:00, put out tables, anywhere 12, 15, 20 tables, local businesses. Some of them do some giveaways. There's, of course, food trucks. And we've got like Hogs Barbecue. El Jefe Tacos is a new one.
Oh, okay.
Shindiggity hot dogs. They're there. So there's a good variety. The Kiwanis is going to be, I talked to Kim today, and she said they're going to do the popcorn again.
Right.
And that was a big success last month. I unfortunately couldn't be there. I was in the hospital. So
We miss you.
yeah, thanks. I miss it. It's been a long time since I missed one.
Sue did a good job, though. She filled in for you, did a good job.
Good. But yeah, so the vendor show, and we're going to have a few raffles. We're going to have the vendor raffle, which is, and we did it a few different ways, and we try to make it better. And of course, things don't always work as planned. But so each vendor has a stack of raffle tickets. You go a lot around, you visit the table, hopefully have a little discussion with the vendor, and then grab a ticket. And then you can hit every single vendor, and then come to the GCBA table, which is on the side there, and drop your ticket in a bucket or whatever we have there, and then at intermission we will draw a ticket, and for a crisp $100 bill. So you can make $100, and all you got to do is walk around and look at some vendor tables. So that's
there you go.
yeah. But it's a really good time. Bring a lawn chair, bring a cooler if you like, and just enjoy. Sounds like the evening's going to be nice, weather-wise. So we're happy with that.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, they're also Garden City Mini Golf is also sponsoring free cornhole. The toss game, if people, and there's some other kids activities that the Garden City Parks and Rec is kind enough to kind of run for us and take care of. So kind of give the little ones, or actually not so little ones, something to do.
Right. It's quite the family event. It really is. You can bring kids there and have a good time. They can also bring coolers in too with their favorite beverage.
Exactly. So, obviously the vendors sell drinks, but sometimes there may be something that you want in your cooler that the vendor doesn't sell. So, and that's okay. But so it's a good time. We also, besides the vendor raffle, we do a 50-50 raffle. And then the proceeds go to, the GCBA different events and things that we need to offset costs, and we occasionally make donations to some nonprofits, so we try to help out our community as well. So, but it's important. The big thing that for me that I want to stress is that we have sponsors that make it happen. And when you by the stage, we have signs, and of the sponsors. There's different levels, of course, but just really encourage people to note the sponsors, and then if you need their product or service, or please visit them, or give them a call, or email, and show them, hey, and let them know, thanks for supporting the community, because again, without those sponsors, none of this could take place. So
show your appreciation for them. That's for sure. Also, Mike from King Cone. I mean, hey, giving away free ice cream. Are you kidding me?
Right.
He's there every time.
And it's so funny, because I'll stand there and I'm watching, and I'll see him pull up, and you just see the crowd making a beeline toward. And
it's all on his dime. I mean,
he asked for nothing in return. Nothing. And
free ice cream will always get them in.
Yeah, exactly. But
hey, John,
and Joe, I always tell all of my friends who own businesses who are struggling and whatnot, and I always tell them, you need to get involved in your community. You need to get involved in your local GCBA or Chamber of Commerce. You need to be involved in the local community events like this. And yes, the
Oh, you froze up.
the patrons pay for their free night out when they need it, but that's the big thing. If the business isn't there, then nobody's going to know who they are.
Exactly. Exactly. You got to get your name out there. And that's one of the easiest things, because when I'm doing some business consulting, that is one thing. It's so simple, and it's inexpensive. I mean, you can spend what you want to spend, but of course, social media. But to do some of the sponsors, and like I said, the GCBA, it's $50 a year.
Yeah.
And it gives you a lot of opportunities. Get your face out there. And I'm telling you, and I've said this many times at meetings, and I'm sure Carrie, you've heard me say it, and I know Don has heard me say it.
Yeah.
I've been a member, since day one of the GCBA when Carrie was the pres up there, and I have gotten a lot of business.
Yeah, you keep saying that
because of the GCBA. I've got a lot of personal, and I've got a lot of businesses, and I've got some really good business accounts. I've got business accounts that I still have that aren't actually with the GCBA anymore. But it's a great way. It's inexpensive, to get out there, let your face be shown, and it's all part of marketing. But
get involved.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's not why we're here. Sorry, I got off on a rabbit trail. But
I got my invoice too that I'll be paying.
but it's a good time. And then the other thing that I kind of created and I'm going to have at Music in the Park, there is very much a shortage of young people going into the accounting, bookkeeping, tax preparation field. It's kind of a dying breed. And so I talked with Garden City High School. I almost said Garden City East High School, but I didn't. Garden City High School. And I'm going to do J&J Taxes and more. We're going to do a scholarship fund.
I just put it up there for you.
Thank you. Okay. And it's, just to give back, hopefully a deserving high school senior this year that wants to go in the accounting business. And again, hopefully, someone that could use a little help. I mean, it's not going to be a huge amount. I'm not a big corporation or anything like that, but I'm going to donate something. So part of that is I'm going to have a raffle, and I'm going to run it for the rest of the month of August, but I'm going to have it a basket at the Music in the Park. And with that, there'll be some things in there, but the big things are 2 Tiger tickets for the Tiger Den. And it includes parking, and it's for the September 17th game, which is against the Guardians, which that could potentially be a very important game.
That's going to be a big game.
Yeah, exactly. So the tickets, like I said, we're going to be at the Music in the Park, 1 for $5 or 5 for $20. If you don't catch me at Music in the Park, you can get a hold of me either, through Facebook or I would say stop in the office, but this time of year, and especially since I've been out of commission a little bit, I haven't been in the office necessarily on a regular basis. So, so better off to hit me up, and we'll get you tickets. I can do Venmo or Cash App or something like that, and all of those proceeds are going to go to the scholarship fund, and it should be fun. The seats are really good. You're looking down the third base line. You're in the big padded seats. It's covered, and the parking is right there. So it's a nice one. And I'm going to draw it. We'll draw it September 2nd. So the day after Labor Day.
Also, hey, Joe, you're taking donations for Home Pantry, right?
Yeah. At the Music in the Park Home Pantry, and I believe they're still collecting for the school supplies too. The Rotary.
Okay. Yeah, she stopped over there the other day, and they said they're always in need. So,
Right.
all right, let's see.
Hey, Joe,
Yeah.
would you mind adding a second basket? And I'll give you a cruiser's basket. You can raffle off and put the money towards the your program.
Yeah, that'd be great. Great. Okay, sounds good.
Awesome.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. So, it's all about trying to help those that maybe need it.
Yeah.
There's some tough times
It's
going
helping
on.
kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's fun too.
Right. Yeah, you feel good about it. Here's the band that's going to be there, Smith Factor.
Yeah,
They have quite the following too.
they do. We've had them for a few times now.
Yeah.
I know last year we were impressed. A lot of people were up dancing, and they seemed to really, really enjoy their music.
Mhm.
I mean, everyone that we've had has been
Oh.
good. We've been doing this. Carrie, I was trying to figure out how many times we did this.
Oh my God.
Hasn't it been about 7?
Cheryl might know. She started it.
Yeah. So
How many times, Cheryl?
it's
No.
it's got to be 7 or 8. I know because
I'm
I think
thinking,
we took a year or two off for COVID, if I remember
Well-
correctly.
We celebrated 10 years,
Yeah.
and I think we started like a year or two right after.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about 8 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been fun, and it grows every year, and of course the weather is always you never know. We've been pretty lucky the last few years. We've had where it's looked like it's gonna really open up, and I get weather reports, and people are texting me and
It was
messaging
right
me.
around us.
Yeah, and it has. Thank goodness. The man upstairs looking out for us.
Right.
But and again, if there is some kind of a weather something or other going on, we will. I'll put that on the GCBA page, Facebook page. I usually do a couple live reports just because I like trying to hype up a little bit. So, but if something was going wrong or something, we would let people know that way. So,
Right.
But Doppler Tom says it's going to be nice, so I'm holding them to it.
Yeah. All right, let's get into some tax stuff here.
Okay.
The IRS is actually going to allow churches to endorse candidates now.
Yeah, this is
much for
something.
separation of state and church, huh?
Yeah, it's I don't know. I try not to get real political
Yeah.
on this on forum.
It's my show, so you can.
Yeah.
Big brother doesn't have any hesitation.
It definitely does go against the separation of church and state.
Yeah.
So is what I see happening down the road, because I think there'll be a push for it. Maybe not for three or 4 more years, but there'll be a push for it where they're going to start taxing churches.
Mm.
And I can see that happening.
Well, then I don't like that.
Right, exactly. So, but my opinion is, you can't always have it both ways.
Right.
You gotta pick a side. If you're gonna allow the churches to, whichever side, but I personally have a problem with that on a personal level, just because if I go to church, I don't want to hear politics.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm watching the news, don't preach to me. So
Yeah.
I think there should be a separation, but they didn't ask my opinion, so
Yeah.
Big brother.
Mine
doesn't
either.
right.
Mine neither.
Big brother doesn't ask any opinions that don't agree with him.
No. Well, you can call it the big beautiful or big ugly bill, whatever you choose to call it. But I know you did 6 chapters on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can just touch on each one of these for us, just so they know what they're in store for.
Yeah.
No tax on tips and overtime.
Okay. So
That's not totally true.
it sounds good
Yeah, it does.
until you dig into it a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that you have to kind of look at now. First of all, both of those, the no tax on tips and overtimes, it's only good for 3 years, 25, 26, 27, well, 4 years, 28. After that, it goes back the way it was.
Mhm.
Now, you're still going to get your regular paycheck. You're not getting a break on your paycheck. The break that you're going to get on the tips and the overtime is at tax time when you do your taxes or you have your taxes done. There'll be a credit in there. Okay. That's going to have to be put on there. Now, in my head, as a tax preparer, I'm saying this means more money for me. Honestly, because people, whenever there's anything new or anything, people don't, they freak out, and a lot of people aren't going to know how to handle,
and they're going to rely on you for the answers.
Right, and on as far and there's income limits. I believe it's 10,000, 25,000. And there's a lot of different things involved there. It's not necessarily cut and dry.
Right.
So, and they haven't even 100% figured out how they're going to do it yet.
Right, because it's not going to start this year or next year probably.
No, it starts on this year's return.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. But your W, I just posted this a few hours ago on the J&J page. They have decided that for 2025, they're not going to change W-2s, 1099s, anything like that. So how are they going to figure out how much the average person, if you hand me your W-2, it just has your income on there. It doesn't have anything about overtime.
And they don't declare all their tips,
that. Right. They don't. And but so is what I'm thinking they're going to have to do is the employer is going to have a separate sheet and let the people know, and or the person, like my client, would have to bring me their last pay stub, because usually on the pay stub it shows overtime, and it shows tips. Tips are on W-2s if they're claimed, but here's the thing with tips, that it's one of those little down at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So it is for gratuity. That is what's the word I'm looking for? Given because you want to. So if you have income. If you have a party, say, how some restaurants you go in, and if you have a party of 8, they automatically put a 20% gratuity or 8 or whatever gratuity on that.
Yeah.
At that point, it's not a tip anymore. It's a service charge. So you, as a server, waitress, waiter, bartender, you cannot deduct that because it's not a tip. It's considered a service charge. And a lot of servers make a lot of money off your bigger parties.
Yeah, they do.
Especially, like this time of year, we're seeing more and more restaurants go to automatic gratuity.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot there. There really is. And they still haven't. There's stuff they haven't figured out yet. Well, with this whole big, beautiful bill, they've thrown a lot of things out there. Some may be helpful to some people, some not so much. But, they haven't really fully explained how they're going to do it. But it's there. But at tax time, my advice is if you're struggling the least bit, get a professional to do it. Yeah. It doesn't have to be Joe Bartley, but somebody that kind of knows what they're doing and can kind of guide you through it.
Okay, now what about this is important to all of us, the new senior deductions.
Yeah, the senior. Yep. And it's $6,000. And if you remember back the first term, Trump's first term, when he changed the tax laws, and they eliminated the exemption amount, because at one time everyone on your tax return got a personal exemption. I forget how much it was, like 4,000 or something, I think, the last year.
Yeah, I think
So that was eliminated, and then they doubled the standard deduction. It was just a wash. But so basically, that's what that is with the new senior deduction. It's 65. You have to be 65 and over, and it that 6,000 per person comes off of your income. Okay. Now, there's a misconception out there that's saying Social Security is not taxable, because I know that was something that was a campaign promise, but you know how that goes.
It is.
And that's not true. Social Security can be taxable, and it's all based on your other income. So if that's all someone's got, like say that's all you're living on, your Social Security, generally it's not taxable. Okay. But when you add pensions or investments or things like that, that can make it partially taxable, either 50% or 85%. So depending on where the numbers fall. So that's a misconception. I've heard that on social media. Oh, no more tax on Social Security, and that's not correct. So $6,000 senior, extra senior discount. And again, that's another one that's going to be for the 3-4 years.
Is that good for this year?
Yeah, that's good for this year.
Okay.
Yep.
How about increased tax on a child credit?
So it went, this one, I was a little disappointed at this one. I know people have different, opinions on this.
Yeah.
But I would have liked to seen it increase a little bit more. If they're going to do if they're going to do it, it went from $2,000 to $2,200, so extra $200 a kid. And the same rules apply. You have to support your kid, and then they have to be under 17. So that's something that gets people kind of mixed up too, because they think because the kid's still in school, they're still claiming they should get the claim. But once the child hits 17, no more child tax credit. So
17
is the last year, which has never made sense to me, and that's the way it's always been.
Yeah. Okay. Now, no tax on car loan. Is that strictly if you buy a car? That's not if you lease a car.
Yeah. As of right now, it's a purchase in 25, 26, 27, 28. Again, it's just a temporary. Okay. And it has to be an American-made car, or it has to be assembled in America. Okay. So that may.
How much of it?
Yeah.
How much of the car has to be sent? Okay.
The key is going to be, like if I do your taxes, you buy a new car, you have to give me the VIN number of your vehicle, because that's going to go on your tax return. Wow. So if the VIN number starts with 1, 3, or 4, then it was assembled in America.
1, 3, or 4.
So yeah, that could be up to $10,000, and you do not have to itemize to take that credit. Again, we're not exactly sure how it's going to fall on the tax return, but it is a little bit of a credit. So I mean that it could help some people, because again, that just comes right off of your income. So that can be helpful.
What if you bought the car before this year?
It's got to be
2025.
25, 26, 27, 28.
Okay.
And these are all starting this year, correct?
Right. And again, there's still a lot of, unknown out there. They haven't given us all the information. I know I'm signed up for classes next month, and then I think December, and hopefully they'll have everything ironed out and let us know exactly what we have to do by then.
Are you going to Vegas for your classes?
No, I don't think so. And this is getting sidetracked, which happens when me and Donna are around.
Yeah.
But we went to Vegas last year.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, the prices are just so incredible.
It's even worse now.
I just cannot. It's just unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the food, and used to, when I first started going to Vegas, when I was, like, 30 years ago or whatever, you could go, you could get the prime rib dinner for $5.99. You could get a good buffet for $10.
Now let me ask you: are they still giving you all the drinks you want as long as you're gambling?
Yeah, as long as you're gambling, they'll give you a drink.
Okay, I'm surprised they're not charging yet.
Right, but that's it was when I went. The other thing that I noticed about Vegas, and I want to be careful how I speak here, but they legalized cannabis in Vegas.
Okay.
Which I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But people, and it's people, they don't have any, I don't know, boundaries or anything like that. Some people, they would light up in the casino. Now they would come and tell them to put it out, but walking up and down the strip, and like we went on a tour. We had this tour bus where it went up and down the strip in the evening.
And a cloud of smoke.
Oh my gosh. The smell was so strong. It doesn't bother me that much, but Janine hates it. And it was, when it's so strong, it actually gives you a headache after a while.
Yeah, it's secondhand, man. That's
Yeah. I mean, I don't need any myself. I got enough floating around the air, but so I think at least for right now, I like Vegas. I enjoy going there. Not that I'm a big gambler, I'm not a big drinker, but I like the shows, I like the lights, I like but it's just so out of hand now.
It is.
And
it's like that everywhere. It really is.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna. I think it may be a long time. Plus, it's so much walking. And Janine and I,
nowhere to sit. They don't want you to sit. They want you to keep moving.
Right. And like from the airport and all this, and they'll say like, well, it's a casino next door, but that casino next door is a half mile away. Right. It looks close, but and Janine and I, we're not getting around as well as we used to. So
go ahead, Don.
I went one year, Joe, and I was staying out close to basically between the airport and the strip. And I asked the person at the counter how far the convention center was. And she says, well, it's just go to that stoplight there that you can see out the window, turn right, go to the next stoplight, then turn left there, and it's just down the road a ways. It was down the road a ways, 5 miles, and I was walking.
Yeah. It's don't try to do that. And they have.
I used to go to Vegas. I used to go to Vegas every year for the last. I haven't gone in about 10 years. No, a little longer than 10 years. But we could have had fun there, Joe.
Yeah. We may not be married when we get back, but
yeah.
But usually the tax conferences and stuff are like in August.
Right.
So you're walking on the strip and it's 115 degrees.
Yeah. Forget about it.
Yeah.
That was when we had I went for the photo conventions, and that was in August every year.
Yeah.
Ooh, terrible.
Yeah, not fun.
Now, what's this number 6 Trump account? What's that?
The Trump account. So our president decided to name a savings account after himself. That is, and in theory, it might be okay. The thing that I'm concerned about, looking at it from a negative point of view, is, are they doing that to try to phase out Social Security? I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. But when your child is born, and again, there's not a ton of information about this, but you can invest. You can put money away in this Trump account for your newborn, and it's like a traditional IRA.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I mean, put it in an IRA.
It's pretty much the same thing. The only thing is what I read in my notes that I have is that you can't take it out unless the child passes. So
unless the child passes.
Yeah, if they die.
Oh my God.
So it's like that seems, now there is going to be something to where you can get a credit or some kind of a deduction or something of $1,000 the first year that you open this up for the kid.
Wow.
So that might be some incentive for some people.
Mm-hmm.
But again,
so Joe, wouldn't it be better to just buy a life insurance policy that has cash value at the end?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
You could do that.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
bonds used to be a big deal.
Bonds, yeah.
Yeah. I don't like the fact that it said you cannot take it out.
No.
And maybe that could get changed, revised, whatever. But that just, I mean, if I'm a parent and I get a newborn and I'm able to put a few $1,000s away, which is great, they should, for the kid. But then you fall on some hard times, as we know, there could be some very hard times coming up in this country. And you need to take that money out. What are you going to do? It's like, here's this money that you could use,
right?
To make your house payment or to feed the kid, and you can't take it out because it's sitting there.
Now, let me ask you this: does it grow? Do they give you any interest on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can only it's going to be limited what you can invest it in, like the big S&P or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's limits to, you just can't go crazy and, on anything. So yeah, you'll make interest, but it's like anything, like with an IRA.
Yeah.
You got to be very careful because you don't know, if you invest not so wisely, you could lose money.
Yeah.
And, that's scary. And with, and like I said, with the way the economy is looking and with everything going on, it makes me nervous. I know, I think a smarter thing is to put the money in CDs myself. Just kind of getting away from the Trump account, but
IRA or
because you've got a set amount, where you don't always know, and you're dependent on the market,
Right.
And if somebody decides to do dumb things with our economy, then if our economy crashes, there goes your savings.
Yeah, we're in deep doo.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we'll touch on your scholarship fund again. Also, you're doing this too.
Yeah, that's part of the scholarship thing. That's just another thing for it. So I'm going to have that at Music in the Park.
Okay.
Where you can put in and Janine does a nice basket. She puts some souvenirs or something in there.
Michael Bingo says guaranteed funds are always the best.
Yeah, it is. And the thing with it, and I'm not a financial advisor, just to be clear, but guaranteed funds usually you don't make as much potentially. There's always potential to make more,
but it's protected.
Right. Yep, exactly. So you just you have to decide. Like I tell people that come in the office, like, hey, talk to a financial guy. If you're younger, you can afford maybe to take a little more risk because you can recover. Once you get our age, you can't be losing a lot of money, because you're not going to recover it back. And I don't want to live in a box the rest of my life.
On the street.
You're right, exactly.
Michael Bingo says Trump. That's all these two have pitiful. Well, we're talking Trump because this is his big, beautiful bill, Michael, and we're trying to explain it to everybody.
Yeah, it's not.
We're not
it's not-
talking down about anyone. We're just explaining it.
Yeah, just putting
Well, be
facts
nice,
out
eh?
there. Yeah. I mean, it may, it may benefit some people, but there's people that won't benefit too. It's like with anything.
Right.
There's always pros and cons, and it depends on how each individual is looking at it.
Exactly.
Where you're at, obviously.
Explain it. I mean, hell, I don't know anything about this bill.
Right. If you're, there's a lot there, and there's a lot. My biggest complaint about the bill is that we don't know everything about it right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I won't even get into the other things that's going to be cut and how it's going to affect the national debt.
Right.
I won't get into that. I'm just looking at, I just wish we had, if when they introduced it, I wish they had more solid information that we could, tell people, because we just don't know right now.
Right. Very limited.
Yeah. And, to tell people, and I, since this has been out, I've got calls daily, asking me different questions.
Mm-hmm.
And, I hate to tell people, well, as of right now, it looks like this, but we don't really know for sure.
Right.
Exactly. So, and then
it's the concept is out, but the details are yet to follow.
Right. So,
Right.
It's like the health plan, right? The healthcare plan.
Yeah.
It's concepts.
Yeah.
Sorry, Michael.
All right, guys. There's your contact information, Joe. And I will put Don's up as well later on in the show. You guys, I'll put those up for you. Anything else you want to cover?
Well, watch my Facebook page.
Yeah.
Because I do try to put updates on there. And then if I know something and can give more or better information,
Right.
I put it on there. So hopefully, come, February or March, when you're going in to get your taxes done, whether it's me or someone else doing them, at least you have an idea of what's going on and what you need to do or what you need to provide and that kind of thing.
Exactly. We'll keep an eye on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Don, good luck with the
Joe mentioned.
Good luck with the cruise.
Thank you. Joe mentioned about going to a tax preparer like himself or someone else, but and a little personal experience. I was with I used to do mine with TurboTax, and when I finally found a tax preparer and went in, they redid my taxes for the last multiple years. I think 2 years they went back, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up getting back over $800 more for each
Good.
year that I had done with TurboTax
Mm-hmm.
that they found legal, deductions.
Yeah,
that
happens.
One of the things that getting a professional.
Yep.
That really happens more times than you could imagine.
Yeah. We used to do ours all the time online like that, and then Joe's been doing ours for, gosh, I don't know how many years now.
Quite a few, yeah.
Yeah, quite a few, and we've been very happy with them. So,
thank you.
Anything else, gentlemen?
No, I think we're good. We didn't go too long.
Well, we're an hour and 6 minutes. That's not bad.
No, not bad.
Something in my throat.
I've done that by myself, haven't I, Gary?
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Easily. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. It's been a pleasure having you, and come back anytime, and we'll see you around town, eh?
Sounds good. See you Thursday for sure.
Yeah, Thursday for sure.
Music in the park. All right.
Thanks, Gary.
Thanks, guys.
And Joe, I'll see you by Monday.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Got a little tickle in my throat. Sorry about that. Good information there. All right, moving on. The next city council meeting is Monday, August 18th at 7 p.m. in the council chambers, located at 6000 Middlebelt Road. These are a good way for you to get involved and voice any concerns that you may have as well. Okay, Mike, you ready? We're going to get you in
I
here
am ready.
for some events. We got a few for you, so stand by. Well, when you
Okay, it's time for some community announcements. So let's get Mike in here. Mike,
You know, it's a
Wait.
when I die.
All right, good job.
What you got, Kerry?
I'm right there.
Back to school open house. Save the date, Thursday, August 28th, 4:30 to 7. It's going to be over at what's the school?
It's called It Takes the Village Academy
Yeah.
over on Maplewood, at Maplewood.
Okay.
So we'll get those kids in there. Here's this one.
Join us at Radcliffe Days of Gardening. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 9 to 11. Drop-in volunteering.
Yeah, good way to get your hands dirty.
Yeah. Now booking birthday parties at Garden City Ice Arena. Private party room. Ice skating fun for all ages. Memorable stress-free celebrations. Call 734-793-1882. Find the stick.
Yeah.
Throughout the summer, we will be hiding an orange hockey stick throughout the city of Garden City. We are challenging you to find it. Go to our Facebook page, Garden City Ice Arena. Click the like button. Throughout the summer, on specific days, we will be hiding the stick and posting clues on where the stick is located. If you are one of the lucky ones who finds the stick, you will receive a prize.
Yep. Don said that 2019 was the first year they had the concerts in the park on the cover of the marketplace.
Wow.
So there you go. I think we might have.
You've done them before, longer than that.
Yeah, I think 8 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking that.
Straight Farmhouse has a plethora of events. 6221 Merriman Road, Garden City, open Wednesdays and Saturdays from noon to 3 for a tour. For event information, go to www.straightfarmhouse.org.
They have a plethora of events.
Yes.
Sure.
Book the patio for your last bit of summer fun.
Yeah. They can book the patio, I guess, and have their parties before the summer.
Yeah.
You freeze the frame right now. You can scan that code right there for more information.
Carpet cleaner, Dennis Diekman, removes dirt and allergens, improves indoor air quality, enhances the appearance. A 4-room special. You can contact him at 734-299-6496. Tech Talk with Julie. Drop in Thursdays from 9 to 12. Get help with laptops, phones, Android and iPhone, email, or any tech issue you would like to discuss. It's open to ages 50 and up. Questions, call 734-793-1850.
Mm-hmm. There's a new one.
I'm waiting.
I got it up there.
Oh, chat at the rec every Monday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Yep.
Meet us at Radcliffe Street. Learn about the senior center and events here. That room is huge.
Yeah.
That gymnasium, since they took that stage
big.
out, what a difference that makes.
Yeah, they're going to get the basketball courts up in that too, I guess.
Yeah. Show us your artwork. Pick up your sidewalk chalk from City Hall. Create the artwork on any city sidewalk. Take a photo and share on Facebook using the hashtag GC Sidewalk. Email us a photo of your artwork to sidewalk@gardencitymi.org.
Yep. That's another little new event.
Garden City Senior Center has a TOPS meeting on Thursdays from 10 to 11. TOPS can help you reach your weight loss goals by providing you with tools, information, support, and accountability you need to be successful. A fee is $1 drop-in. Questions, call the usual number, 734-793-1850.
TOPS means take off pounds sensibly, if you wanted to know.
Yeah, I just stagnate at the same level. Garden City Parks and Recreation has a new dashboard advertisement program. 8 by 3 foot dimensions located at the ice arena. 1 year rental is $185. 2 years is $235, and 3 years is $285.
Yep.
Call us or email at Garden City, or email at parks@gardencitymi.org. Michigan Railroad Club. That's a new one.
Yeah.
First Wednesday of every month, 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. It is free.
Yep.
I cannot read a lot of this.
Park in the south parking lot and enter through the east door. Call the usual number.
Okay.
That's a new one.
Okay, this is not. For your masonry needs, contact Ace Masonry. Jay Piner is the owner. He does brick, block, and stone. He has 30 years experience. Contact him at 734-469-0633. When the scaffold comes down, the only thing left to stand on is the craftsmanship.
That is catchy.
Yeah. Youth dodgeball, ages 7 to 13 at the Radcliffe Center. Sponsored by Garden City Parks and Recreation, August 14th. And the usual number to call.
Yep.
Car wash, Garden City High School, girls volleyball car wash. Join us at King Kong at 31051 Ford Road in Garden City, Saturday, August 17th.
Sunday.
Yeah, that's right. Sunday, August 17th.
Yep.
I knew that didn't sound right. From 12 to 4.
Yep.
Detroit Institute of the Arts. They're picking up all the admission to the art museum and providing transportation. It's only costs $5 per person. They pick you up at the senior center or at the Radcliffe Center.
Can't beat it.
And it's okay. Music in the Park. We've talked about this. This is coming up a week from tonight. Smith Factor.
Yep.
Free event. Shop Bisbee vendor. Event from 4 to 9, and the band starts at 6:30.
And Kiwanis, you'll be selling popcorn again?
That's the plan, as I understand it.
How much was it for a bag?
A buck.
Okay. Can't beat that.
We made it popcorn as fast as we could make it, and we had a limitation of the size of our popcorn machine was not very big. So we wasted a lot of popcorn. But
did you have water too or no?
What's that?
Did you sell water too?
I think they're talking about selling water. They did not last week.
Oh, okay.
This time.
Okay.
Okay, Health and Fitness Day, Thursday, August 21st, from 3 to 7. At Carlson and Westland at the Westland Farmers and Artesian Market.
Free yoga class, 4 to 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cruising Hines Drive, we had that on earlier. That's going to be Friday, August 22nd at 4 o'clock. Best place to enter is probably still from Merriman Road entrance.
Yep.
There's a car show on August 18th from 3:30 to 7 in Westland at 32001 Cherry Hill Road.
Yeah.
That's close to my house too. It's about as close to my house as it is to yours.
Yeah.
Okay, Cruising Hines Drive, August 24th, Sunday. Save the date.
That's a big one.
P.F. Chang's American Asian Bistro, Heaven on Love Dog Rescue, Tuesday, August 26th from 4 to 9. They're on Haggerty Road in Livonia, 17905 Haggerty Road.
Yep.
I can't read the rest of this, but
10% of sales go back to rescue and support the animals in need.
yeah.
So you can support Haven of Love.
Barbecue.
I think we're going to go to this. Parks
Tuesday.
and Rec, City Commission is putting this on.
Okay.
The commission.
Tuesday, August 26th at the Radcliffe Center patio. Yeah.
Yeah, free event. Meet your commissioners, food, fun times. Can't beat that.
No, sounds good.
6 to 7:30.
Bounce Back, Return to Learn, Thursday, August 28th from 4 to 7. Memorial School, 30001 Marquette. The fire trucks. Kiwanis is going to be there. They're going to be giving stuff away at that also. So it's going to be a big event.
Yeah.
Back to School, September 2nd, Garden City Public Schools.
Yeah.
What's this all about? School starts on September 2nd, I guess.
Yeah, it starts September 2nd, and there's a link up there where students can register. So freeze frame again, get that.
Garden City Public Library is having a bingo night. Join us for our monthly bingo night. Try your luck at winning prizes, open to all ages 14 and up. Drop in September 3rd, 6 to 7:30. Neighborhood Watch is back. Second Tuesday of every month. So the next meeting is going to be on September 9th. It's going to be at the Garden City Police Department at 7:00 p.m.
And that is my birthday.
Right. Dance Express presents adult line dancing. Tuesdays starting September 9th from 1 o'clock to 2:30. Drop in is $2 per person at the Radcliffe Center.
Yep.
End of summer lunch. That was one I was going to mention. It's $10 a person. September 12th, which is my wife's birthday.
Yep.
It's for ages 50 and older at the Radcliffe Center patio. Join us for lunch. Get ready for the rec center fall hours with that. End of summer lunch. Enjoy some barbecue and hang out with others. To register, visit the Radcliffe Center or visit www.gardencitymi.org/park/senior social activities.
From 12 to 2 o'clock.
Right. Movie day at the library,
Well, that's a good
September 13th. They're doing The Longest Yard at 2:00 p.m.
September 13th.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Yeah. Fit Hop adult dance class for residents. It's $55. For non-residents, it's $60. It's on Tuesdays, 7:45 to 8:30.
Yep.
And it runs from September 11th to November 25th.
Yeah.
Detroit Riverboat, Princess Riverboat Lunch. That's another one I was going to mention. $63 a person, ages 50 and older. It's on September 18th from 10 o'clock to 3:30. Departs from Radcliffe Center and the Towers. Okay, Lucky Squirrel. Okay, go ahead. Lucky Squirrel Arts, Crafts, Antiques Vendors on September 20th. Craft and Vendor Show, free admission, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's the last one of those for the season, too.
Yep, that's the end of the season.
Oh, we've already done this movie. Oh, this is another one.
Yeah,
Movie day at the library.
Yeah.
What is this?
Autumn in New York with Richard Gere.
Oh boy,
Sounds
That's
like a
got-
chick flick.
that's got to be that's got to be a great chick movie. 2 p.m. September 27th.
Yeah. This would be
Farmhouse Food Truck Oktoberfest, October 11th. 6221 Merriman Road in Garden City. Beer, food, music, and vendors.
Yeah. I hope they had their gazebo by then. They're hoping to.
Yeah, I got some comments about that coming up too.
All right, that's all I got.
Okay, let me run a couple other things by you. And someone approves. Okay. Senior Center is presenting the Cornwall's Turkeyville Lunch and Theater Show. Joseph and His Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat on October 14th from 9:15 to 6. Parts from the Radcliffe Center and the Towers. $55 a person. That's open to ages 50 and older. And on the same day that we're having chili cook-off, there is a Garden City community pancake breakfast.
Yes.
And
When
it's
am I going to get a flyer on that?
that the flyer is being worked on. It's good. It's coming out.
Make sure I get one.
Okay. It's going to be at the beer tent at the chili cook-off. It's sponsored by the Garden City Kiwanis, Garden City Lions, Garden City Rotary, and the DDA. Include pancakes, sausage, Sunny D juice, syrup, and butter. Price is going to be $10 for adults, and children over 5. Children under 5 are free.
Mm-hmm.
Proceeds are going to go towards any profits are going to go towards the 3 clubs who agreed are going to go towards the gazebo.
Oh, nice. Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Is that all you got?
That is all I've got.
All right. And with that said, I think we can call this a podcast.
Podcast.
We want to thank all of you for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. Special thanks to Don Nicholson and Joe Bartley. Great job as always. Let's see if I can get there. There's Don Nicholson's contact information. If you need any printing done or anything like that, he does it all. And then Joe Bartley, if you need any tax information or you want any information about the GCBA, you can contact him or go to GardenCityBusinessAlliance.org. Also, a big thank you to my fantastic co-host, Mike Jones. Great job as always.
Thank you.
Huge thank you to each and every one of you for joining us tonight and supporting us every Thursday night. We really appreciate it. Remember, this show will be available right after we sign off tonight on Facebook. So we hope you'll catch it at your convenience, especially if you tuned in late, by going to facebook.com/GCChat. Feel free to share the show with your friends as well. Also, catch us over on our YouTube channel. Just search for the Garden City Community Chat Show. You'll find not only this show, but all of our past shows as well. Just click on the live tab. And please subscribe to the channel by clicking on the subscribe button. And at the end of all of our shows, Mike and I'd like to thank all of the healthcare workers, first responders, police and fire, everyone on the front lines who serve and protect us every day. We can't thank you enough. Be safe, and we want you to know that you and your families are in our thoughts and prayers every day. And whenever you see any of these heroes, please know how much you appreciate them. Any final thoughts, Mike?
No, my usual weekly final thoughts are protect those you love and yourself by getting vaccinated.
Yeah, flu season's coming up soon. Yeah. So, yeah. Remember, the success of a community depends on the community, so please support your local businesses. And like Mike said, don't hesitate, vaccinate. Remember, you're not only protecting yourself, but you're protecting others as well. And Mike, if you see something,
say something.
That's right. Say something. We need to look out for one another out there. For all your weather information, be sure to head on over to DopplerTomsWeather.com. It's got a great user-friendly website over there, a lot of good information. So we hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for listening. We went a little long, but hey, we got a lot of good information out there for you. If you would like to contact any of us here at the chat for any reason, You can email us once again at gcommunitychat@gmail.com. We'd like to hear from our listeners. Let us know how we're doing, what you'd like to see more of. Remember, we're off next week. Mark your calendars for the Music in the Park with Smith Factor, August, and we'll be back August 28th right here live on Facebook and YouTube. So until then, you can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/gcchat, and over on our YouTube channel, just search for the show over there. And be sure to click on the subscribe button. We will see you at Music in the Park next week. Thanks for watching and have a great night. Mike, take care, buddy.
Yep.
Night.
Good night.